Like, subscribe to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show YouTube page. Use this QR code right here, man. And if you are already subscribed and you know somebody who's not, go ahead and slide that on to them. We're trying to get to 100,000 lifetime subscribers to our YouTube page. Make sure you ring the bell so you can stay in the know of when all the spinoff shows go live, including your favorite show, the Ultimate 216 Show. So make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you can stay into the know. All right, let's get into it. So, the official new league year starts on next Wednesday, March the 11th at 4 p.m. The legal tampering period actually starts on the 9th, I believe. Let me look this up to make sure I got this right. Yeah, it starts on the 9th at 12 o'clock noon and runs through the 3:59 p.m. on March 11th. That is the period where clubs are permitted to contact and enter into contract negotiations with certified agents of players who will become unrestricted free agents upon the expiration of their 2025 player contracts. Before we get into guys that are on our personal wish list, you were fortunate enough to play in the NFL long enough to become a free agent and have the opportunity to pick your next destination and, get you some big money coming off that rookie contract. Give our audience, give the fans some behind the scenes looks at what goes into the process of you're a free agent. How are you flying city to city to meet with these different teams? Is your agent handling that? Like, what goes on when they end up with an NFL player when they're a pending free agent looking for a new team?
So it really starts at the combine, right? Where all 32 teams will be there. So your agents are all there. And they're talking to every team. Are you interested in Earl? Are you interested in Earl? Hey, Earl, this team likes you. This team doesn't. This team interested. So it's like constant communication. So they leave the combine not only helping their rookies, talk to them and see where they want to get drafted and talk to different people, but they're free agents as well as far as the agents, seeing who likes them, where they may end up, where's the best situation for them. So they may get a list of guys that say, hey, teams that are listed, that are interested, is like, hey, between these 6 teams, what's the best fit for us, right? Who's probably going to give us the most money? Who has the most cap space? What quarterback is here? What defensive coordinator is here? So it just depends on a match, right? So you get that list, and now you're thinking, what's the best match for yourself? Where can you get the most money? Where's the best opportunity? Where do you want to live? Like if you're married with kids, do you want to go to Washington, D.C., where it's cold? Do you want to go to Cleveland, where it's cold? Do you want to go to Miami, where it's temptation? Like, where do you want to go?
That's just being real, though.
Hey, it's just depending, you know what I mean?
Being real. Let's keep it at 100, though.
Hey, it is what it is. So it's a lot that goes into it. Like if you're a single man, you're probably thinking more about money and opportunity to play. If you're a married man with a family, it's probably more that goes into it, right? It's just a lot that people don't think about behind the scenes. Like, dang, do I really want to live here? Do I just want to buy an apartment there? Should it just be something low key? While during the season I'm there, and out of season I'm really living in wherever I'm from, right? So it is so much that goes into it. A lot of it's out of your hands. If you're a big time guy, you'll have your choice of picking. If you're, I'll say big time and maybe second or third tier. But if you're a lower tier guy, you are kind of like this, seeing who's interested, who's going to give you a shot to play, right? Always trying to prove yourself. So it's a fun time period, but it's just a kind of an overwhelming time as well. So this week right now, and probably leading up until next Wednesday, you'll hear a lot of rumblings. There'll be a lot of trades already happening. A lot of trades, people opening up cap space, people trying to get ahead of the game because maybe the market for receivers is not very good or the market for offensive linemen is not very good. Let's go trade for one, right? So you're watching all that stuff go on as a free agent, and you're like, dang, that's good for me. Oh, that's not so good for me, right? Also, you got to think too, I'll never forget when I was coming out of Jacksonville as a free agent, and teams around, there's a good amount of teams that were interested. They knew exactly how many times I was on an injury report. They will hold that against you. I'm like, well, I still played, and at 90% of those games, like, well, you were on an injury report, X amount of percent, and that's why we're only offering you X amount of dollars. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Like, everything goes into it. They're trying to spend as least amount of money as they can, but they still want you to get on board. They still want you to get on board. So, yeah, it's a crazy situation, man. Honestly, it's like a second draft day for a lot of guys. because you get to that point and now you've earned the right to get a bigger contract than your rookie contract, right? So it's a pretty cool thing.
So for you, when you was going through the process, you ended up with the Houston Texans, but before you even, put pen to paper and you signed that contract, did the list of teams you had in your mind kind of align with the teams that was interested for you? Like you ended up playing, in a state to where there's no state income tax.
Yep.
The weather is good. I'm pretty sure the food scene is pretty damn good. So, you know, just us up here who knew you, we kind of looked at like, man, you won twice. You get drafted to Jacksonville and even being a fourth round pick, we know with the no state tax, you get to keep most of your money.
Yep.
So, you come out, first of all, anytime somebody from our area gets the opportunity to sign a contract as a free agent and you get to put millions behind that, man, that's a blessing just to say, like, hey, I know that person, right? Regardless if it's 2 million, 22 million, 232 million, right? Like that is a substantial amount of money that can change the fortunes of your family forever if you do it right. So before you even got to Houston, like what were some of the teams that you was interested in and who ended up being interested in you outside of the Houston Texans?
Man, that's a good question. So I wanted to go somewhere with I want to go somewhere with stability. Right, because in my Jacksonville years, I had my 4 years there. I had 3 head coaches, 3 offensive coordinators, 3 to 5 quarterbacks. It was just a lot going on. So I'm like, man, next place I want to go, I want to be stable with the guy at quarterback, right? And I had some. To me, I love my quarterbacks. So I had Chad Henne, Blaine Gabbert, Blake Bortles, right? I had those guys there, and I love them to death because they were trying to feed me. So I appreciate it. As a team, we just weren't that good. That's what it was, right? But I want to go somewhere stable. So at one point, I was close to getting traded to. Well, I know the Patriots reached out for me during the season, my 4th year in Jacksonville. So I was like, hey, I'll go play with Tom Brady. Absolutely. Like I'll go play with Andrew Luck at the time with the Colts. I'll go play with Russell Wilson at the time with the Seahawks. I'll go play with anybody that has a quarterback that's stable and an organization that's a winner, right? So those were the ones that popped in my head. And those 3 were pretty much the ones that were interested. I think Houston ended up stepping up, and that was a program where they were stable, constantly in the playoff hunt, just needed some different pieces, and they had a real young, good receiver named DeAndre Hopkins at the time, and they
might have heard of him.
Maybe they shot me a decent offer, and I'm like, man, they basically ain't let me leave. And then the other places didn't really match what it was. So even though it wasn't necessarily the quarterback situation you wanted to be in, but I still got love for my boy Brian Hoyer. He was awesome, man. Cleveland guy, St. Ignatius, I want to say.
That gave y'all a lot to talk about, I'm sure.
Oh man, our end goal was to be coaching together. So really? I need to call him right now because I said, because our agreement was if I'm a head coach, he'll be the OC. If he's the head coach, I'll be the OC. But he ain't answering my phone call. But I'm just playing. He man. But no, so those were the 3 that were looking at me. And then it kind of worked in that way. I just wanted somebody stable. You want somewhere you can win, right? You want somewhere, especially when I've been somewhere with so many different ups and downs, so many different quarterbacks, so many different things going on. You wanted some stability. And those were the 3 I was thinking about at the time, and those were the 3 that were looking at me.
For me, man, I kind of always felt like your attitude, your drive, your work ethic, your character kind of fit the Patriots way. It kind of fit what, Bill Belichick does. And then to me, you was a route running assassin. And so like you just kind of fit the mold of being a New England Patriots wide receiver. It was definitely a destination that I kind of saw. I remember, a lot of us saying like maybe Cecil signed with the Browns, but hearing you talk now, man, ain't no way in hell. That sounds like Jacksonville 2.0. Like he said, I wasn't doing that. You land on Houston, man, and like you have a wife, you got a family. Did y'all tour the city? How excited was she? Was this someplace? Because you put down roots. You still in Houston, Texas. Like How was that process, outside of just signing the contract with the Houston Texans?
It was interesting because we just bought a home in Florida thinking that's going to be our forever home, right? So we bought that home in Florida, and then I'm like, hey, I'll just get something small right next to the stadium, because the stadium was where we practiced and we played games. So all of us, our stuff was right there, right? All the facilities are right there. So I'm like, hey, I'll just come down, get something small around the city, I mean, near the stadium, and I can walk to work, basically. I ain't tripping. I don't need to spend a bunch of money. Like, let's just make it work. And so it was just me that came down for the visit, signed the contract, met everybody, did all the stuff. It was cool. Beautiful city, beautiful food. They treated us awesome. So when she came down, she was pregnant with number 3 at the time. And she came down to visit once, and then she came down in preseason, and she loved it. And then she was like, I'm not going back home. And I'm like, we just bought a home for a lot of freaking money. You are going home. And we're going to figure this out. She's like, no, I'm not going home. So long story short, she ain't go home. And we ended up making some money off our house, which was cool. But yeah, we've been home ever since, man. Houston's like beautiful. It's just a family friendly place. You can find a good piece of land or a nice house, whatever your budget is, and you can find it affordable for you, and you can still be 15 minutes from the city, 10 minutes from the city, 20 minutes from the city. So it worked out well, man. Good food, good people. It's like a melting pot here, all different types of cultures, different looking people. It's just amazing, man. So yeah, it ended up being a good place for us. We ended up going to Tampa. I ended up going to play for Tampa a year or two later, I think 2 years later. And we stayed our roots in Houston. I went there for the season and came back. So we love the city, man.
Shout out to the Houston Texans, man. They didn't take care of a couple of our hometown guys, Cecil Shorts, Brian Hoyer, who you've seen on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. So I didn't know that y'all had that agreement. That's funny, man. We're gonna have to get y'all on the show at the same time and figure out how we could get y'all both coaching back up here in Cleveland, man.